It goes without saying that we're in a climate emergency, and fighting climate change is going to be one of the defining challenges of our age. Turn Down the Heat, a report by the World Bank that focuses on climate change's impact on livelihoods and ecosystems, concludes climate change of 1.5 degrees Celsius is already locked into the Earth's atmosphere by the middle of this century. If climate change increases by 4 degrees Celsius, weather extremes and climate conditions considered unprecedented or unusual will become the new climate normal, a world of increased risks and instability. Now, fossil fuels have been identified as one of the primary drivers behind climate change for the past 200 years. The problem is, conventional economic theories only focus on the developed world, like the United States, where since 1975, economic growth and fossil fuel consumption have been diverging, meaning that fossil fuel consumption has been slowing down. Based on this information, some economists claim that we do not need to worry about climate change, given the slowdown in fossil fuel consumption. However, scientific data from developing countries like India clearly shows that both economic growth and fossil fuel consumption have been rising together for the past many decades. In my research, I focused on finding the relationship between economic growth and fossil fuel consumption in developing countries. Realizing that developing countries were different from the developed ones, I used both quantitative and qualitative data in order to trace the connections. In my research, I found that in the wider economic literature, there is no agreement on the fact that fossil fuel consumption is actually declining in developing countries. My results also show that given the nature of our present economic manufacturing processes, fossil fuel consumption will keep growing in developing countries for many years to come. The most important implication of my research is that it provides a justification for switching from fossil fuels to renewable sources of energy. Finally, my research shows that we must focus on climate change because climate change will not reverse on its own. 2015 was the hottest year on record. If we fail at stopping climate change, it will lead to massive suffering in our lifetimes as natural disasters become more frequent and more intense. The time to act is now. Thank you.